Jim Shortreed here from Victoria, herring advocate and herring enhancer, and I'm speaking from the Lekwungen lands where herring were smoked. When I retired, I wanted to just go fishing, but I couldn't find any herring, and the salmon were few and far between, and lots of fishing closures. I decided the best way to help stress salmon was to provide lots of herring for them to feed on. Can you believe that in busy, boat and ferry-laden False Creek, downtown Vancouver, a substock of herring returns to spawn at Fisherman's Wharf every spring? The herring spawn on the creosote pilings, and those eggs died two ways, the creosote, of course, or the ever-present False Creek oil slick going up and down with every tide. The volunteers invented the ingenious nylon enhancement panel, which led to much better survivability, and the panels were quickly copied in English Bay, Bowen Island, Sunshine Coast, Victoria, and alas, no luck. No herring volunteered to spawn on our efforts. This is Dr. John Madsen, lead volunteer in False Creek, with a spawn enhancement panel fully laden with spawn, and the viable spawn can now be easily transplanted into Cole Harbour, which has a great eelgrass bed. The Howe Sound Stewardship Initiative for 2 decades has carefully surveyed where Howe Sound herring spawn. Working with the Squamish First Nations, they have set cedar and hemlock collecting spawn on branches for elders and school children. Now this past fall, the Haida Gwaii Pacific Herring Rebuilding Plan was published, joint authored by DFO Haida Gwaii, the Council of Haida Nation, and Parks Canada. This plan addresses the fact that Haida Gwaii herring have been locked in low biomass and low productivity for 25 years, even in the absence of fishing. The rebuilding plan clearly blames the reduction fishery and roe fishery for the low biomass. The low productivity of the past 25 years is blamed on the Ali effect. Herring suffer from the inefficiencies of external fertilization and persistent predation at low numbers. And so the herring stocks are just barely hanging in there. The rebuilding plan specifies fishing closures to remain in effect until all substocks recover to a level comparable to the 1980s, and in the future, spawn on kelp will be the preferred method of herring harvest. The truth of the matter is that we settlers have used industrial fishing to destroy stocks. This is according to DFO Science, not Jim Shortreed. Stocks were destroyed in Haida Gwaii, Central Coast, west coast of Vancouver Island, and the Strait of Georgia south of Nanaimo. It clearly falls on us settlers to rebuild herring. The Haida Gwaii Rebuilding Plan, authored by the 3 most knowledgeable organizations on our coast, shows the way. Fishery closures until stocks recover, and spawn on kelp or branch harvest thereafter. The Howe Sound stewards have shown that careful observations and study of spawn can lead to community and First Nation engagement. I'm working in Victoria to build something like the Howe Sound model. Thanks for your attention. Jim Shortreed, Victoria.